Zyberswap is a new decentralized exchange on Arbitrum. Let's take a look at exactly what they offer. Full disclosure, I went into this project, I bought in at around $5.50. And if we just take a look at the price right now, it's sitting around $6.87. We had a high of about $8.80. But you have to understand the tokenomics of this, so don't just simply get into it. As you can see, there is a whole lot of volatility, and if you're not up for that, then definitely do not invest in this. And of course, only invest money that you are allowing yourself to lose, because you never know what can happen, and especially with something this volatile, you never know what could happen. But now, what is Zyberswap? So first off, this is on the Arbitrum network. If you're unfamiliar with Arbitrum, you need Ethereum for the gas fees, but the good thing about Arbitrum, it's a layer 2 solution to Ethereum, meaning that the gas fees are only a few cents. I think overall it's about 10-15 cents to transact on this blockchain. Now, as I've said, this is a decentralized exchange, so you can go ahead and swap some tokens here. They don't have every single token, but of course they are concentrating on the more popular ones. You have ETH, you have DAI, you have USDC, USDT, wrapped Bitcoin, wrapped Ethereum, and of course their own token, which is the Zyber token. So that's number one utility. It is a decentralized exchange on Arbitrum. You can go ahead and do that. You can provide liquidity. You can also zap into different pools. Basically, you can do this with any of these dexes. Now, if we go on to the yield farming aspect of this, this is where it gets interesting, because you can, depending on the pool you decide to provide liquidity to, and again, this is not me telling you that you have to do this, but you can earn some stable coins or some Ethereum depending on the pool you're providing LP to. So for example, if we take a look at the Zyber/Ethereum liquidity pool, you can actually provide liquidity onto this and you're going to get an 1800% APR. Now, full disclosure, this is going to change as more and more people get into this. There is about 1.54 million in terms of liquidity in here. And another disclaimer here is that most of that APR is actually rewarded in their native token, which is in fact the Zyber token. So you can see that 1700% of that 1800% is essentially given out in the Zyber token. But you also are getting about 54% in that DEX LP. So that's going to be in Zyber and Ethereum. You are going to get 0.79% in USDC and about 2.4% in wrapped Ethereum. Now, if we take a look at the most popular farm, we can obviously see that it is this one here, where you can provide stable coins and make an APR of about 18%. Again, full disclosure, this is mostly coming in the form of Zyber, with about 17.2% of that 18.15%. Again, this is all APR, it's all subject to change, but there is about $14 million worth of liquidity in here, and you can understand why, because stablecoins are not going to lose value, and if you can stake that into a farm and essentially make 18% APR, you're definitely going to be making money on that. Now, of course, it all depends on the price of Zyber. Then you can also go into the stake and you can simply stake your Zyber to earn Ethereum. That's another cool utility of this. Again, just be aware that Zyber can go up, it can go down. So if you're staking and the value of Zyber goes down, well, you're obviously losing money. Even though you are making a bit of Ethereum, that APR is about 9.44%. And you can also go into these vaults, which is what I've been able to do. I went ahead, I bought about $200 worth of Zyber a few days ago. Now that's up a bit. I'm closer to about $300. So I've essentially made about 50% on this, but I did go ahead and lock my Zyber tokens into this farm here, or this vault. and this is basically giving an APR of 546%. That's crazy, but of course you have to understand that Zyber is an inflationary token right now, and that's why they can afford to do this. So who knows if the price of Zyber is going to remain where it is, who knows if it's going to go up, and who knows if it's going to go down. But one thing is for sure is that more and more Zyber is going to enter the circulating supply. So understand that it is, in my opinion, still early, but again, I am in this one. I have about 41.37 tokens in here. I've been able to make about 0.1 tokens, and I am locked up for 30 days in this. I can harvest my rewards, but that 41 or my initial deposit is going to be locked. So be aware of that. You have other vaults here where the 7-day lock is 331%, or if you want to have no lockup, it's about 36% APR. Now, they also have a launchpad, and they did say that over 30 projects have asked to be listed on this DEX. We're just going to have to wait and see how that all comes down to. But of course, if more projects are listed on here, you would imagine that the volume goes up, which also means that there are more fees collected, and thus the Zyber token can potentially go up in price. Now, if we take a look at the analytics of this platform, this is relatively new. I think it only started on January 22nd, so it's been out for about 3 weeks or so, and we do see the liquidity, or the TVL, has definitely gone up. You have the volume here on a daily basis, and you can monitor this. You have the protocol fees, the LP rewards, and then you have all of the top liquidity pairs, and you can go ahead and switch from pairs to tokens and see exactly what's happening on this DEX. Now let's get into the nitty gritty of the Zyber token. And as I said, this is inflationary right now. Now, if we do some quick math to understand how many tokens are being printed on a daily basis, if we go 0.3 times 60 seconds to have 1 minute, and then if we do that times 60 to get it in hours, and we do this times 24, this essentially means that there's about 26,000 tokens that are minted on a daily basis. No matter what happens, there's going to be 26,000 tokens minted every single day. Now we have a max supply of 20 million. So if we go ahead and we do that, we do 20 million divided by 25920. This is basically going to take us 771 days in order to mint the entire supply of the Zyber token. And if we divide that by 365, this means that in 2.1 years, there's going to be the total supply of Zyber tokens minted. So this is obviously important to understand because, of course, like I said, it is inflationary and there are going to be 20 million tokens at one point in the supply. And if we take a look at the token allocation, obviously most of this is coming for liquidity incentives. There's only about 9% of that that is actually to the team and 4.5% that's gone to marketing. So that's your breakout of this token, and the initial price was at 50 cents, and now as we can see it's around $7. So the market cap is around 3.8 million. If we take a look at the Zyber address itself, there's about 1,700 people that own this, and there is only about 577,000 tokens right now. But every single day we just calculated that about 26,000 tokens are being printed. Yes, that is going to dilute the ecosystem, but again, it's still very early in my opinion, and this is not an endorsement by any means. It's still something you have to understand, and don't just throw money into this because it has a low market cap and there is potential there. Really do some research and only invest risk capital that you may have. Now, if you're wondering if this is audited, they are audited. Apparently, there's no critical issues, no high issues, nothing like that. This was audited by Solid Proof. The team is still anonymous, so just understand that they are not doxxed. But if we take a look at the Zyberswap Twitter account, they have partnered up with OpenOcean to have the liquidity on there. That's obviously a big partnership. They've also partnered up, or they have the stable pool on 1inch, which is again another great partnership. And like I said, they've received over 30 project applications to be listed on their own DEX. So there is definitely some interest there. And if we take a look at Arbitrum on DeFi Llama, we can see that Zyberswap is actually number 4 in the TVL on Arbitrum, which is quite impressive at around 86 million. And we also know that Camelot is another DEX on Arbitrum, and they are sitting at around 60 million TVL. So that is basically Zyberswap in a nutshell. I mean, again, do your own research on this. Join their Discord, join my Discord, ask me any questions. I put in only about $200 into this. I am not sponsored by them to make this video, but I just wanted to make it out there so you guys can know what I'm looking into. And especially Arbitrum right now, I think a lot of projects are doing quite well. And I do believe that more and more projects may start to look at Arbitrum for their own ecosystems. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Peace.